think. Yes. Well, that's bright. That's even brighter than I thought it was going to be. That's too bright. And we're live enough. I'm in my little blanket cocoon, and my bald head is showing. Fuck. It's really cold out today. It's like -6 right now. Next Sunday, for the 3 straight days, starting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's going to be -23. Then it's going to be -1 after that. So, yeah, that sounds fantastic, doesn't it? Sorry, I'm just going to shut this off for a second. I got to fix something. Sorry about that. I just had to fix the stuff. And I'm still trying to fix it. So give me 1 second. Again with the muted. I'm just chilling right now. I'm kind of bored. So I decided, hey, why not do a live stream while I'm in my little blanket cocoon? It's freaking freezing out. It's -6 right now. Next Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or it's either Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for 3 straight days in a row. It's going to be -21 to -23 degrees out for 3 straight days. Then it's going to warm up to like 1 degree and -1. But for 3 straight days next week, it's going to be fucking freezing. Yeah, it's been snowing nonstop. In fact, starting tomorrow for the next 3 days, we're going to get 80 centimeters of snow. So that's like 32 inches of snow. Yeah. So I'm just keeping myself nice and cozy, warm under this under my cocoon of blankets. How you doing? I've been working on a plan on what to do on Christmas. Oh, not much is going. I'm going good. I'm fine. But I'm thinking about what to do for Christmas. I think I'm gonna go on Christmas Eve hitchhiking to Toronto, and yeah, I'm gonna. There's a restaurant. It's called Perfect Chinese Restaurant. It's a 6 course meal, ending with lobster for 4 people, for $99. I'm thinking about bringing my fat ass to that restaurant and doing a goddamn mukbang on Christmas. I know I need an apartment. It's look it. You can see my breasts, my breath, not my breasts. You can see my breast if you want. I don't got a shirt on. Oh fuck! I was popping on and off different live streams that were going on today, and there's this guy who came in here the other day, and the guy pisses me off so much. He begged people to get him a motel room. So now he's live streaming himself in the motel room, getting food delivered to the place, and doing shots, liquor shots, like hard liquor, shots of hard liquor, while begging for more money. It pisses me off. I won't do a GoFundMe. I don't beg, I don't borrow, I don't steal. Never have, never will. Not Dumpstar. Dumpstar is halfway okay guy. I like him. He goes around New Orleans. Yeah, no, he is. He's a big drinker too. No, no, no. He's another guy who come on here, and it's just I see stuff like that as completely shameless, and he's trying to start fights with one of my mods, following her around, harassing her. But no, I just want things to be like I'm good. I'm in the woods. It's gonna be -23 next week. I'll be fine because I've got a total of 12 sleeping bags. One of them is a heated sleeping bag. I'll be fine. Like fuck. And besides, I'll be working 2 days that week, the Sunday and the Monday, so I won't have to worry about the cold. I'll be indoors. The closest grocery store is about, if I was to walk, 3 hours. But I guess you'd call it a Walmart supercenter, but I don't like shopping it there for food. I'll go to No Frills because it's cheaper. A Canadian grocery store, No Frills, better prices. But even then, when I do shop, I don't go to one store. I'll bounce around. Like if I'm gonna get meat, 90% of the time I will go to the butchers, and I'll go to a butcher's and buy scraps so I can get like a pound of beef for like $2-3. Night, Gornish. If I was to fly with the Grand Theft Auto, GTA means Greater Toronto Area up in Canada, but the Grand Theft Auto, if the jetpack, depends. That's like 100 kilometers, so maybe 15 minutes. It's snowing out. I can hear the snow. Nah, you have to have an address to get those the discount papers. I just walk like when I do my shopping. I bring my bag, and I'll do a circuit. So I'll stop off at Walmart, see what they've got on sale, because sometimes you can get some decent deals. I'll use my Too Good to Go app, see what grocery stores are selling what on the cheap. Like they'll do boxes of vegetables for like $2, where you're getting like $40 worth of goods. Same with canned goods. Go to the butchery, see what scraps they have. I was gonna go today, but I couldn't walk at all today. Like I left this this shelter once today to cook because I wasn't able to walk. I have muscle spasms, and last night when we were all playing games, my muscle spasmed and it Charlie horsed, and it feels like I tore something in my leg. It's getting better. I'll be able to walk better tomorrow, but that was fucking painful. I was gonna go to the butcher and get some pork belly today, but that was out of the question. Oh yeah, no, 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 man. When you go to the butchers, you ask for scraps. When they're doing their trimming, they'll save the scraps. They usually sell them to shitty Chinese food restaurant place, shitty Chinese places, like really cheap Chinese food places. They'll sell them the scraps, and you can buy like the scraps of beef when they're doing their trimming of their steaks and whatnot to make it look pretty. You can buy them dirt cheap. Yeah, no, that's one thing. I don't scream in pain. I laugh. When I'm in a lot of pain, you'll know I'm hurting because I'm not crying. I'm not screaming. I'm laughing my ass off just to. I find it pain is more real bad pain is more tolerable if you force yourself to laugh. I know actually I'm on the spasms are caused from MS. So are the migraines, and the nicotine helps with the migraines a lot. I get them on and off. Right now it's only -6. No other option. But next week up in Sudbury, it's going to be -23. I'm ready for it. Like I'll put. I've already got 3 blankets underneath me, and I have 9 other sleeping bags that I'll put over me. I'll do 2 layers of sleeping bags, and I'll put my heated sleeping bag over that, plug it in, then put the other sleeping bags on top of that, and turn myself into a burrito. Just I've never. I have dumpster dove, but never directly out of a trash can. Like when it was still a possibility to dumpster dive up in Canada, they brought in a law where they made it illegal. They all the bins have to be in a closed off locked area now, so you can't get to them. But I was dumpster diving last year this time. Actually, it was November of last year that I did a month of nothing but dumpster diving because I had $30 to my name and was only eating instant noodles. I survived dumpster diving for cans and whatnot. Ate a lot of beans that month from the dumpster. Skip nasty. Believe it or not, nicotine does help. I have it. The nicotine does help with the migraines. It's the nicotine releases endorphins in your brain, but it also constricts the blood vessels, and it can kill off a migraine pretty fucking quickly. Well, the best thing I got from the dumpster, like, it was all fresh stuff, but the best thing I got was November of last year. I pulled out like 6 Labatt Blue, the one with Justin Mulvaney's face on it. I pulled out 6 of those from the dumpster, like 3 bags of chips, 6 different cans of it was ravioli, chili, and a soup. Um, some of those Uncle Ben instant rice meals and stuff like that from a dump, all in one haul, and it was like 3 days worth of supplies. Well, it's rare. It's rare for me to get a spasm like that. Like it was bad in my leg, and it went on so bad it turned into a Charlie horse, and it just kept going and going. I'm on medication for that. Like fuck, I'm taking 25 pills a day. Sorry, I'm not taking 25 pills a day anymore. I'm taking 28 pills a day because my stomach's not working. I'm not properly digesting food. Probably a side effect from all the medications I am on, and I'm like, my doctor said I was severely malnourished. I'm freaking big son of a bitch, and somehow I'm malnourished. Amazing. But I'm not properly digesting food, so they've prescribed me a digestive aid. Just, I take it 15 minutes before I eat, and it gets my insides ready to eat. So it's actually not 25 pills now a day. It's about 20. What? Anytime I eat, no matter how small it is, but it's about 28, 26 to 28 pills, depending if I have lunch and breakfast. Those meds do have side effects. They found the right dose for me. Without the medication, I'm not able to walk properly. Like my leg drags and it gets really bad. The first dosage they put me on made me suicidal. Legit, I was looking at a tree thinking it was a good idea to swing from it. So they adjusted the dosage, changed the medication up. Tried that for a bit. I got a weakness in my legs. I could barely stand up. Like I had to drag, like, I lost the use of my legs. I basically had to drag myself out of the woods the day that happened to the edge of the highway to call an ambulance to take me to the hospital. And I was in the hospital for like 18 hours while they flushed my system out with saline. Then he adjusted to a very low dosage, and it's working. I get the odd spasm like that now and again, but I'm not having near as much trouble lifting my leg up. My vision is fantastic. I've got decent night vision. Oh, thank you, Dan. Yeah, I'm trying to plan a lot more videos. I want to do some building videos. I've got a spot to do building. I'm also trying to plan a Skillshare video with somebody. You did not see a bungalow for sale in Toronto for 500,000. What area of Toronto? The only fucking area of Toronto you're gonna get for $500,000 is nowhere. A condo, maybe. Anywhere in the GTA, even in Scarborough, like the shittiest area of Scarborough, where they have no-tell motels at the end of your street, you're talking 800,000, 900,000. Um, but it Clinton number Clinton two. I'll put it this way: I can walk an hour and a half east or west, either way from my position, and not come across another person. The city that I'm nearest would take me 3 hours to walk to. I'm around nobody. It's just unless you're talking about Fernando outside. Fernando is outside. I can hear him walking around right now. Fernando is a very large deer. Big antlers on him, and he's always hanging around my camps. Even at the old place, he had made a little nest out there, and he's moved his family closer towards me. There's like 6 of them, but Fernando's got these big antlers. It's an Ontario. It's not Trudeau's fault exactly, but they tried to curb the inflation by. There's just not enough houses. There's just not enough houses, especially in Ontario. So, if you're talking about the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, the unoccupied rate of houses and apartments in the Greater Toronto Area is 1.2%. So that means of all the houses in that city, only 1.2 of them are available for sale or rent, as meaning there's nobody living in them. In all of Ontario, there's less than 2% of all the houses in Ontario that are available. That's why you don't find abandoned buildings in Ontario. If a property is abandoned, it's going to be sold right away. Someone will be living there. Someone will buy it. There's no such thing as an abandoned house in this province. Why did I pick the area where I camping? Because it's away from people. It's not near the. I did it in the city where there were a lot of people around, and it's kind of scary getting woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning by a crackhead walking into your camp, and then them just staring at you, or you leaving the place for a day and all your shit is gone. This way, no one's gonna steal my stuff, or routinely having the police tear your shelter down. Yeah, it's happened once since I was here, but since I've been here, I've bumped into 5 people since I've been here. It's safer being in the deep woods. Well, MS progresses differently for everybody. I believe I've got a very stable form of MS. Like, I'm able to walk, get around no problem as it is. What do you mean? You went deep and we disagree. I'm in the deep woods, man. There's a highway near me, but I'm in the deep woods. Like, again, I can walk an hour and a half in each direction and there's no homes, there's no people. If I walk northwards, I would could walk straight for days through thick woods. Never come across a house, never come across a person. It's nothing but woods. I'm not in the town of Sudbury. Sudbury itself has, I would think so. Sudbury is a very weird city. There's a lot of money in Sudbury, but there's a lot of illegal narcotics in Sudbury as well. Like, Sudbury got hit really hard with the opioid crisis. A lot of blankets, Emily. A lot of blankets. I'm in my little cocoon right now. See? Blankets. Oh. The one thing I don't like about sleeping in the cold is how congested you get. Like, the mucus builds up and solidifies. So when you wake up in the morning, you got like this huge solid mass in your nose, and it sucks so bad. Well, in a pinch, I've got a heated blanket with me. All I've got to do is plug it into one of my power banks. Sudbury, not Sunbury. Sud. I've got no thoughts on Trump or any other politician. I keep politics out of this chat. Nobody likes politics. Joe, I've done it before myself. Last year, I got flooded out a couple times in the dead of winter. What I've got set up right now is a tent. I put a sheet over that tent, and I filled a bunch of garbage bags before the snow hit with leaves, patted them down flat, built an igloo of garbage bags filled with leaves over the tent and under the tent for the cushioning, put a winterized cement tarp over that, and a waterproof tarp over that, and it keeps the heat in. And I'm slowly covering my whole thing with snow. What do you mean? Am I pretending to be a... No, man. If anything, I'm pretending to be a moth. I got my little cocoon. I'm more annoying than a butterfly. I'm a moth. Uh, that's why I put the sheet over the tent to avoid the condensation. It's the same thing if you have the Mylar blankets. Those things get soaking wet. But I put the sheet over the tent first so it soaks up all the condensation. And I think it's frozen right now. But I don't get too much water from that. I go to the grocery store to get food. A hibernating bear. Hey, you know what? Just because I'm big and burly and got a big beard doesn't mean I'm a gay man. If anything, at least give me a forest druid. I'm not up on any current events. Canada doesn't have food stamps. And, yeah. It's snowing right now. It's snowing right now. Canada doesn't have food stamps. We do have a system called the food bank system. Unfortunately, We had a lot of people who come here for school from out of the country, and they were abusing the system. So across the province, the food bank system has changed. If you're to go use a food bank, each individual food bank has a service area, and you have to have identification that is within your identification. You have to be living within that service area, so your identification has to have an address on it with that service area. So if you're a person living outdoors or homeless, you're called you're fucked. You're up shit creek without a paddle. Would you rather be alone in the forest with a bear or a butterfly? Honestly, the only bears up here are black bears, and those bears are bitches. I've had one come into my camp. All you do is go, yeah, get out of here. He gets all scared and runs away. So I'd probably take the bear because I don't know if that butterfly's poison. And I don't know what that butterfly's plotting. He could be plotting evil. He could be plotting global domination. Hey, but well, a couple weeks ago, I decided to start setting up traps. I was in a bad spot. I was dying for some actual meat. Like right now, I can't do much foraging because there's nothing to forage. So I set up some traps because I wanted meat. Couldn't get down to the river to fish, to the lake to fish. It's just too icy and dangerous. So I set up some traps, just basic wire snare traps, and I got myself a rabbit. Cleaned the rabbit and cooked it over the fire. I regretted my decision because I didn't waste any of the rabbit, didn't waste any of the meat, but it was unfortunate that it was such it was gamey, but not in a good way. It was very pungent meat, not rotten, just gamey, and I wish I had the spices to treat it the way it deserved to be treated. Like if I had some star anise and fennel, that would have been a lot better. It would have took the gaminess out of it when I cooked it. Just that there are no cougars and no milfs. We get a couple. There are a few bobcats. Oh, Tara, I appreciate that. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, I appreciate every single person who gives me a like, gives me a thumbs up, subs to my channel. I really do. I am shocked that I grew as fast as I did. We hit 15,000 subs the other day. In fact, Platypus there, when we ended the stream the other night, I was at 14,998 subs, and he wanted me to hit 15,000 subs more than I cared about it. He went out and recruited two people to subscribe to the channel so I would have 15k subs. It was hilarious. Okay, just I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna ask you right now to stop being asking these trolling questions. I don't want to time you out, but you're kind of pushing it now, bud. More, how the frick are you? Well, man, there's a lot of difference between a raised rabbit and a wild rabbit. Raised rabbits, you can control what they eat, and it's the same damn thing with deer. Or you know what? Have you ever had wild boar? There's a place back when I still could drive. They served wild boar. We've got a problem with wild boar. Like people's pigs have escaped from their farm, and they go feral right away. Like within one generation, they go from being pink pigs back to being black, and they're wild pigs. The problem with wild animals are eating the males. Um, if you're to catch a wild pig and it's a male, you don't eat it right away. What they do is they put it to sleep and they castrate it, and then they wait for a month to butcher it after it's been castrated, because just something about the testosterone makes the meat very bitter and gamey. And I think that was the problem with the rabbit. YouTube pays me a little bit. Yeah, it's not much. I think this one will be about $220 this month, but I also have a part time job. It was a bitch to get a job. 10 months of searching in Toronto. I finally gave up. Came up to Sudbury for a job interview that I didn't get. But on the way up, I organized a second interview at where I'm working now, and just kind of showed up a day before the interview and talked to my boss, my now boss. And she's like, "Oh, you're coming in tomorrow for an interview?" Yeah. "Oh, you're hired." And I've been there ever since. And that all the money I make from that goes right to my medication, and that is $630 a month, which is horrible because working part time doing 40 hours every 2 weeks. After taxes, I'm just making over $680 after taxes. It's horrible. The YouTube kind of keeps me alive. And yeah, definitely like the stream. Oh, hey, Nova Scotia. Oh man, I've been Patriot. I've been fighting for disability, but this is Canada. The best they want to do for me is offer me MAID, medical assisted death. Pathetic, really. But I want to work. Like, I miss my old career. I miss being up in the sky, above the city, looking down. You're all ants from where I was. Oh man, I hitchhike every day. I hitchhike. I hitchhike. Well, not every day. Couldn't really get out much. I had a horrible. My leg was screwed up today. But I go into town a lot to charge my stuff at the library, and I go to town to do my shopping. I just hitchhike. If you hit it at the right time, after about 9:30 in the morning is good, right up until lunchtime. After lunchtime, about 1 o'clock until about 3 o'clock. After that, about 6 o'clock till whatever. Just hit the highway, stick your thumb out, and I always get a ride. I've never not been able to get a ride, and it's the weirdest thing. I did it once. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Decided I'm gonna go into town to grab something that I wanted. Was out there, stuck my thumb out. Within 5 seconds, someone pulled over for me to jump in the car. And this is pitch black. I'm a scary guy standing on the side of the highway. It was a single woman traveling alone. In fact, that's all that ever picks me up are single women traveling alone. It is an amazing phenomenon. There's no self preservation there. It's only -6 right now. Joe C. Us Canadians do have universal free health care. It doesn't cover medication. You still got to pay for your medication. If I get hurt, I go to a hospital. I'm not coming out with a $100,000 bill. But your medication, there are some medications that are a lot cheaper. Like if I was diabetic and needed insulin, that's called a life necessary medication, so it's a lot cheaper. Mine are technically quality of life medications, so they're full fucking price. Oh, don't go into. The town is about 3 hour walk if I was to walk. If I was to take if I get picked up, maybe 15, 20 minutes driving. But I don't drive. I hitchhike. The walk is pretty far. I'm closer to work than I am to town. If I leave camp right now, walk to the highway, I can walk for about 10, 15 minutes from where I am down the highway, and I'll hit my work's driveway, and then it's just a bit of a drive up there, and my boss usually picks me up from there to bring me to work. I've been okay. I've been okay. I was a crane operator, Logie. Oh, Jesus, thank you for the super. You're freaking awesome, and it does help. Everybody give him a thumbs up. You freaking rock. Holy shit. Holy shit. Thank you, dude. Well, right now, I can't do that anymore. I lost my ability to do that job the second I started having seizures. I took all my licenses away. Right now, it's. I don't want to give too much information away of where I work, so I don't need anybody calling it. But it's a lot. Like, consider her an outdoor. My boss's shop is an outdoors outfitter. Like during the summer, she'll sell fishing rods, fishing gear, boat engines, boats. A lot of, she sells beer all year round. During the fall and winter, it shifts more into hunting gear, so rifles, stuff like that. And she rents out hunting cabins and cottages and boats and four wheelers. No, seriously, thank you. I do appreciate that. Oh man, the thing is I'm not doing live streams to get super chats at all. That's not the point of live streaming for me. I'm not here. Oh God. Okay, if you want me to run naked through the forest right now, give me $1 and I'll dollar super chat. Come on, dollar super chat. I'll go running. I don't do that shit. I don't agree with fucking e-begging. Pisses me off. I'm doing these live streams for myself, for my mental health. I like to talk to people. I like to connect to people. That makes me serious. I need that more than I need anything else is connection with other human beings. That's why we've got the Discord, and the Discord is a freaking awesome place, by the way. You all should join the Discord. We just hit 130 members. And someone's there all the time, and it's not just for me, and it's not just for homeless people. It's a place just to chill and hang out. We end up playing games all night. Like, we played Scrabble for 2.5 hours tonight. Log J, I have seizures and I have multiple sclerosis. At times I can barely walk. If I could and be normal physically, I'd go right into construction. I know guys I could talk to right now. I could be taken on as a carpenter. It is not physically possible for me to, and it'd be very hazardous for me to. What shows up? But no, definitely. Again, the Discord is a great place for everybody, I think. Well, I'll ask. Hey, Platypus, could you post the Discord link? Patriot News today. You should definitely join the Discord. Again, there's a lot of people there. It's not just 130 people in there. It's the amount of active people we actually have in the Discord. There is always somebody to talk to. I know more than a lot of the members there have formed connections and friendships with people within the Discord. I know there is a set of people who They talk on the daily. They hang out and they'll drink beers together, just shoot the shit all day, cracking jokes with each other. There is a disability system up here. It's called ODSP, Ontario Disability Pension. Unfortunately, they find ways to delay it and not give it to you. I've been fighting for it for 4 years. I'm going to still be fighting for it until May or longer. They don't want to give it to you. Instead of that, they've sat me down in a little room. It was in the hospital. They sat me in a little room with 2 security guards standing out in front of this door. There were 2 social workers on the inside. She plopped her big blue book open on the table and opened it up to talk about the wonders of MAID. How my condition is just going to get worse. I'm going to suffer. I should take MAID. And you're going to ask yourself, oh, MAID. MAID sounds great. I'd love to have a MAID around the house. Not that kind of MAID. It's an acronym. Medical Assistance in Death. MAID. Assisted suicide. So they had me in that room for 2 hours just messing with my fucking head. Like, talking how things are going to get really bad, that I've got a choice now, that should be responsible for me to take that choice because you don't want to suffer. And it was horrible all 3 times. And they just do it to convince you to take it and end your life instead of, giving the guy disability that he needs. Yeah, no, and that's why I'm out here. Like, fuck. I made a good living. I had the car. I had the wife. I got sick. I was on employment insurance for a while. I got divorced. Like, right when I got sick, right when I got out of the hospital, my wife found out she had been fucking around on me, and marriage was done. But she walked away better off than I did because you lose up here if you're the man, no matter what. And over a few years, I ran through everything just to pay for rent until it got to a point where I could either pay that month's rent or leave the apartment. And I talked to the guy I was renting from. I said, "Hey man, I'm sorry, I can't rent from you anymore. I got no money. So I'm hoping you'll give me my security deposit back, and I'll leave so you can find someone new, or I can just squat." He gave me the security deposit back, and that was last September 29th was my last day in the apartment of last year. Oh, Logi, man, it happens a lot. I've got. I'll even. I'm gonna grab the news story itself and I'm gonna post it to my channel as a long form. But I did a video on it. There's a guy who was on disability. Disability payments here aren't even much either. It's $1,305 a month. The people he was renting from sold the house, and he wasn't going to be able to pay the rent because they were increasing it to $1,300 a month. You can't survive like that. And he disabled, can barely walk, and he was scared he was going to be homeless, so he took MAID. It's a damn easiest thing to get too. All you have to do is get 2 doctors to sign off on it. And they've already found 1 doctor to do it for me. So all I had to do was needed 1 more doctor to sign the paper, and I could have my life ended for me next week. Well, Josie, I've said this once, I've said it before. I have a few people out there that I have to outlive. I have to outlive my ex-wife. And that's purely out of spite. I have to live because of spite. My whole existence is because of spite. I will outlive them all. I will live till I'm fucking 500. I live for spite. I don't want my life to end. I like being alive. In fact, I don't even mind being in the woods. I like being out in nature. I love the nature. In fact, this is a life I could actually lead if I had a stable income from like my disability and a small shack or trailer to call my own, a small plot of land. That's all I'd ever need. Some solar panels, be away from the world. That's a really good life to me. I don't want to die. Beast Gorilla Gaming, man, it does have to be out of spite. I live purely for spite. uh, Gara Lady, I actually already know foraging. Uh, if you can go back to the videos I was posting during the summer, I was doing a lot of foraging for I love spring, I love summer because I get to forage. My meals were full of so much green vegetables during the spring and the summer. It was heaven. We even did a campfire cookout where I foraged like 2 pounds of wild greens, cooked it with some potatoes and carrots and sausages. Good on you, lady. Good on you. It's snowing right now. And Keith, I am in the state of constant panic. I'm in Canada. I, I'm actually I've been getting the suggestion a lot lately to create a merch store. I found out a way I can do it through and yeah, I'm gonna start. I want to get some like really good hoodies out there. I found a company I can work with to do it, and I want to work on a bunch of hoodie designs. Like, there's a picture I want turned into a T-shirt. It's that goddamn raccoon from Toronto. He used to sit on top of my shelter and watch me and like taunt me all night, not letting me sleep, the little bastard. And I want him on a T-shirt. Put it this way: bushcraft and primitive skill. Here's what I think about a lot of bushcrafting. I've got a series about the worst of bushcrafting. I think a lot of bushcrafting is bullshit, and these primitive skills are useless because I'm not a fucking primitive man. If you're going in the woods, you carry three essential things with you: a knife, at least one lighter. You're better off doing what I do: carry 5 or 6 of them, put 1 or 2 of them in a plastic bag so you always have fire, and some rope. You can survive with that. Ramps, I don't know if that's in Canadian. That's something like what we have. We call it garlic mustard. Very invasive species. I don't know if it's the same damn thing, but I love those things, especially when you pickle them. Oh, I've got hand sanitizer with me too. But no, 3 things you always need to carry with you, even if you're just going for a walk in the woods: lighter, rope, and a knife. More important than anything. I carry hand sanitizer. I've got a small first aid kit because I wish I could show you. Like, okay, look at the palm of my hand. I almost died the other night. Like, legit. I came like I came a millimeter away from death a day ago, 3 days ago. I was moving some of my wood around to have a fire. I reached into my bag too quickly to grab it, and there was a stainless steel tag on one of the logs I had cut up in my bag. I cut it right on my wrist going down on my left arm. It went a full centimeter deep. If it had went 1 millimeter further down on my wrist, I would have clipped the artery, and I would have bled out within a minute. Like it would have been done the right way too. But I carry super glue with me as well. So I lucked out there where I no harm, no foul. It just went nice deep gash in the palm of my hand. But just 1 millimeter down and it would have clipped the artery. I washed it out with hand sanitizer and super glued it together. Lady, that is exactly what you're supposed to do. Like, as long, like, with me. So, in my backpack, I've got a lighter in every single pocket of my backpack. I carry one in my jeans pocket, the front pocket, and the back pocket. And in the main part of my backpack, I have a Ziploc bag in a Ziploc bag. And in the first Ziploc bag, there's like 4 lighters. It's easier to start a fire. You've got to, lighters will last a long time. If you're just using it to start a fire here and there, one lighter will last forever. But you always have a backup and a backup to the backup to the backup to the backup to the backup. You'll always be able to start a fire. And the fire is more important than anything. It's warmth in the cold, not so much in the summer. But fire is safety. Fire keeps the animals away, and fire makes it so you can boil water. Night root. Rope, man. That's why you always carry some rope. So I've got two kinds of rope with me. I've got some paracord, and I have some twine. You can stop the bleeding if you tie it with some twine. Exactly. Glad to see you, Bushcraft. Oh, guys, if you're new here, Bushcraft here. Bushcraft Rebooted is an awesome guy. He's a very interesting guy. Ex-military. He knows a lot about outdoor stuff. He loves knives. He just has a little YouTube channel. I wish I could post the link for you, but I can't. If you want, subscribe to him because him and we talked a little bit a while ago about doing a co-video together where he teaches me how to get naughty. We're going to get very naughty together on live stream. He's going to teach me how to tie knots. At least that's my idea. So, hey, Bushcraft, you want to get naughty with me? uh, no, but if you watch these guys who do bushcrafting on the internet, on YouTube, it is so bullshit and unrealistic. It There is a lot of skill involved in what they're doing. You're not going to get lost in the woods and be like, oh, I'm okay because I saw a guy build a house with nothing but an axe. I can do it too. You're not going to do that shit. Nobody's going to do that. These guys have practiced and they're not showing you the hardships they're going through to build this shit. They're just showing you the best of it. These guys who are doing bushcraft, remember, it's filmed and edited and it's not real. Hey, thanks, Cordis. Yeah. No, that's bushcraft. Definitely check his channel out. He does some really cool stuff. Night, Gornish. Actually, hey, Platypus, man, I'm hoping we can get some more Catan going tonight. I've been having that craving to play Catan. Like a long, big ass game of Catan. And I've got all the power I need. I'm on 4 bar. I'm at 0 bars. Oh no. I'm at 4. I'm at 4 bars. Yeah, guys, if you want to come play some games, join the Discord. After this, we're gonna go do that very. Holy shit! It's already been an hour. I've been doing this for an hour. Holy crap! Oh, that's my power bank. My power bank's full. My phone is at 100%. I'm sitting pretty. With that power bank I just showed you, that's how I charge it. If you want to know how I charge that power bank, that's a question you're going to have to ask. I charge it at the library. I've got 4 of them. Yeah, then the game Settlers of Catan is built into Discord. It's a very nerdy game, but I'm a huge nerd and it's fun. You should come join because we're going to play tonight. Bushcraft. We can. Well, what we'll do with that is I'll put a link to your channel in the description of the live and in the title of the live. Well, and what we'll do with that is when I'll create the live stream, we'll do it on my channel, and I will send you a link that you click on so you can join it. Make it a lot easier. Oh, Skip, it's a lot of fun. Oh, also, Discord also has Uno on it too, and we play Scrabble a lot. I'm going to be getting one this week. I found where I can get one cheaper. If I do it through Canada Post, it is very expensive. Minimum 3 month commitment, $47 a month for a minimum of 3 months plus $100 key deposit. I've got to get to the UPS store because I can get it for $30 a month, no commitment, no deposit. Yeah, no, it's we do all of our gaming within Discord. It's a lot of fun. There are quite a few hills here, yeah, actually, and a lake, and a highway. Oof, I'm nice and toasty warm. It's so nice and warm in here. Oh, my problem with the survival channels are this brave girl does bushcrafting. She knows how to survive, and it's her. Oh, the worst one was she was sawing a piece of wood in a way while wearing yoga pants and showing off her nipples in a very tight shirt. She was sawing the wood in a very bad way where if she had slipped a little bit, the saw would have went into her arms, so she could hammer a knife into that piece of wood and use it as a bark scraper. And she was even doing that in such a stupid way as she was scraping towards her leg, where the major artery is. And it was a 20-second short that got 500 million views. If I had a short hit 500 million views, that would be $200,000 in my fucking pocket. My life would change that day. But no, I don't got, nipples to show off like that. No, I don't actually have condensation problems here. I did this the smart way. So I built up around the tent. So I started with a tent on flat-ish ground. There's a small little incline like this, so no water will build up underneath it. Underneath the tent, I put a bunch of garbage bags filled with leaves, nice and flat, so it's some cushioning and I'm off the ground. Over the tent, I put a very large sheet, a white sheet that I duct taped to the tent. Over that, I piled garbage bags that I flattened out, filled with leaves, over top of it, duct taping them to the sheet, so it's like an igloo. Over that, I put a yellow construction tarp over that, and over the construction tarp, I put a green uh, boat tarp over that, so it's all covered up. What the sheet does is any condensation that does happen, because it's a fabric, it soaks it up, so it doesn't get all. It doesn't feel like it's raining in here. Yeah, no, I don't got the ass for yoga pants. I do got the ass for assless chaps. Oh, they don't care, man. It's they're doing all they can within the law. No, come on, man. I know I can't pull off yoga pants because the bulge on the front will give me away, but I got a bodacious booty. I can 100% pull off assless chaps. You get to see the big ass birthmark on my left butt cheek. I got a huge ass. Well, I do have a huge ass, woo, but I've got a big red wine birthmark on my left ass cheek. Same with one on the back of my head right here. So, what makes me laugh was my grandfather had one on his cheek too. Got it from him. He was an Irishman, and he used to tell us a story about what these birthmarks mean. And I always got a kick out of it. He's like, so these birthmarks, they actually mean something. It's like, what do they mean, Grandpa? Oh, they tell a story. They tell you how you died in your last life. So I'm thinking, like, what the fuck did I go through in my previous life? I got one on the back of my head and one on my ass. What the hell was I into, sir? Patriot, if you're gonna do a tent, you should seal it up with some silicone spray. But if it's winter, you do fabric over it, like do a sheet. It'll stop the condensation from going on the inside of the tent. Seal it with silicone spray. If that's if you're winter camping. If it's summer camping, silicone spray should do it. Oh god damn! I Jeremiah. After game night last night, I went right to bed, and then I started having very vivid dreams of fucking playing Scrabble, talking on the phone with you guys. I was dreaming about the game we had just played. It was a real mind fuck because not only that, like I was in a bunk bed while playing Scrabble with you guys in my dreams, and I woke up and I was awake when this happened. I looked up, and in my mind, I'm still in that fucking bunk bed. I tried to reach up and grab the railing of the bunk bed to pull myself up, and I was like, where is it? It was a real mind screw. Nah, man, with the birthmarks, Base Chad. I like to think I was into some really freaky sex dungeon stuff. That's how I went in my previous life. Don't take that away from me. It was the I was born in the '80s, so hopefully that's what happened. Things have gotten a lot better, Glubus. I left Toronto and like I'm working part time, but it's better than not having anything. At least having something, I gotta have a little bit of pride in myself. But hey, guys, as I'm gonna say this once more, we're gonna probably end this in a few minutes and jump over to the Discord and play some games. A part time job, but yeah, I'm working up in since uh, since June. It's part time, but it's work, since July. No, 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 man. There's no bunk bed in here. It's just I was dreaming. In my dream, I was in a bunk bed, and I'm pretty sure there was a girl sleeping on top. But we were playing Scrabble in my dream, and I reached up. Like when I woke up, I wanted to sit up, so I reached up to grab the bar to pull myself up, but it's not there because I'm outside in a tent in -6. Angry hippie. It doesn't work that way. First, her house itself is a small house. Her business is on her property. She has small kids living with her. She does have hunting cabins that she rents out per week. They're all booked until the end of hunting season. Even if they weren't, I cannot expect or even want my boss to give me one of those hunting cabins because it's a lot of money. Those hunting cabins make her $1,500 a week. She's got 10 of them. Though that's her livelihood. Chad, I survived last winter. I'm prepared for it. Man, I'm a bushman. I got the beard to protect my neck. I've got a ton of sleeping bags, and I went and got winter gear with a couple paychecks ago. I spent too much money and wasn't able to get my meds because of it, but because of that, I'm going to survive the winter. Oh, hippie, we've come a long way. Now we've got homeless people. Yep. No, it's I know my boss has money. Like she just doesn't have money. She's got generational wealth. She owns a couple hundred acres up here of land, lakefront access. Like legit owns marina. I'm just happy that she hired me because I fought for 10 months to try to get a job. I was putting out a minimum of 15 resumes every single day while I was in Toronto. I was getting interviews. I was doing 3, 4 interviews every week for 10 months. But the employers see your identification with no fixed address on it, or if you use one of the shelters or one of the programs to get you an address like the Salvation Army, they see that on there and they check it out because you have to give them your identification to prove who you are, along with your social insurance number And then when they say they're going to hire you, they check you out, and all of a sudden they're not going to hire you anymore. So she did a really good thing for me when she hired me. She's done. She's been good to me. She's done more than she had to. She didn't have to hire me. In fact, she went so far that the job was supposed to end on Labor Day. The Labor Day weekend, my job was supposed to be done for the year. I was supposed to be part time from July, August until the first week of September because she closed down in September. That's when it was going to end. But she was so good to me that she's kept me on 2 days a week after that. She reopened in October when hunting season started, and yeah, she didn't have to do that. Oh no, my boss knows my situation. My boss knows my complete situation. I didn't bullshit her. I didn't lie to her. She even knows about the YouTube channel. She's actually watched and commented on more than one of them, and it's embarrassing to hell. In fact, for all I know, she's here right now. Hi. Now, here's the thing, though. I don't need anybody to save my life. I'm set up in a way where I'm not going to freeze to death. I'm good down to -50, in all honesty. I know how to stay warm. I can cook my meals, and I'm safe. And I'm an adult. I don't need the charity of her, my boss, to stay alive. I can stay alive in the woods. Hey, JS, long time no see. Oh, man, I am sick. That base chat, I am sick. I have MS. I have multiple sclerosis. I'm on 25 pills a day. All trades are easy to get into if you know the right person. How old are you? A trade is easy to get into if you're coming right out of high school and going into it. If you want to get into a trade, go talk to your local trade seal, your trade union. If you're doing a trade, you want to be involved in the union. Look up your local 474, your 437. Look up your local trade union, like your steam fitters, your pipe fitters, your welders, carpenters, electricians, crane operators, all stuff like that. It's not one plumbers. One isn't harder than the other. You just have to make yourself available to do that. Go to one of the trade unions, contact them, and see when they're doing their hiring. You want to get to the union because they pay better and the benefits are better, and being part of the union is amazing. And 9 times out of 10, you'll get accepted. Yes, it does. MS. It's not the MS. I have a seizure disorder as well. It's the seizures that took away my driver's licenses and my operator licenses. I was actually at work in the crane while I had my first seizure, and they didn't stop. The best way I can describe it is the seizures aren't caused from the MS, but they are a byproduct of it. So, what helps control my seizures is I have them more frequently when I'm anxious or very stressed out, and I have an anxiety. I have bad anxiety around people, so there's that. I'm on antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication, and that helps control the seizures. It doesn't stop them because fuck, I have micro seizures all the goddamn time. Well, super gang, you're at the right age. You're still at. You would have no problem. Fuck. Are you in the States or are you in Canada, super gang? Hey, Tara. Toronto, holy fuck. Email me. Email me as soon as possible. I know several people that could help you out. Um, fuck. Go contact even then go contact the plumbers union. Contact the plumber and pipe fitters union ASAP. Google it right now. Um, they're desperate. You know, fuck the college route. Fuck the college route. That just gets you your license to do it. You'll never make money like that. Contact the plumbers union in Toronto. I believe they're on down near 777 Bay. Contact them. They will get you an apprenticeship right fast. And when you're a first year apprentice, you're going to get paid a damn decent wage, a living wage. In 4 years' time, you'll be a red seal plumber, and you're going to be making near $150,000 to $200,000 a year. Toronto is desperate for plumbers. Well, if something happens, I'll get myself to a hospital. No, send me definitely send me an email. Um, I can even talk to somebody at the company I used to work. They're a construction company. They've put up like all the goddamn buildings, all the condos in the damn city. But they're unionized. They're only working with unionized people and unionized companies. Not 90% you'd get a union job. They would take you on as a plumber's apprentice. Toronto is desperate for plumbers and locksmiths. You won't make as much money as a locksmith. Go for a plumber. But hey guys, so I'm gonna do this now. I said I was gonna do it a few minutes ago, but I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. It's been fun. I'll probably do this again, hopefully during the daytime. But if you want, jump over to the Discord. We're gonna play some games. You guys have a good night. See you there.